What's up guys, it's Johnny Candido of Candido Training HQ, and this video is a workout right after FitCon, and it's with ChelseaLifts, Van Bra, and my buddy Billy Luther. And there'll be links in the description to all of their channels. But there's a couple things I want to talk about. The first one is that, as you can see, the squat rack was really inconvenient because it was set to a height where you had to squat maybe a little bit high, or you had to back all the way out of the rack. So what I ended up doing was just squatting in the rack, and I decided to just switch to pause squats so then I could go as deep as possible without actually hitting the rack. Now I will say right now that made me squat higher than I wanted to in this workout because I really didn't have a choice, as backing out 500 plus pounds with a mile-long walk really is not an option I'm gonna take. Also, I want to say that I was surprised at how well this workout went, given the fact that we were all pretty sleep deprived. I know I slept 0 hours of sleep, 3 hours, then 2.5 hours the past 3 nights of sleep before this workout. Anyways, it was really cool lifting with Chelsea because I don't know if a lot of people know, but I was actually the first person to contact her about competing in powerlifting. Of course, she was already training and was very strong, but I just told her that maybe she should consider competing in the USAPL. And that's what she's doing now. So basically the point of me saying this is I want to take all the credit for a powerlifting success she's gonna have. But no, to be serious, she's being coached by one of the best people in this industry, in my opinion, Bryce Lewis, and she's training for Raw Nationals coming up in about 8 weeks, which I'll also be competing at after my world meet, so that should be very exciting as well. Something that did surprise me was how strong Van is, because I think a lot of people underestimate him and underestimate both his size and strength, because in person he looks bigger than he does on video, and he's getting into powerlifting now, or powerlifting style training at least. I'm not 100% sure if he's actually going to do a powerlifting meet, but I know for a fact that he's changed his training up a bit to focus more on strength. Also, you see Nick Wright in the background. It was really cool meeting him because obviously he's been supporting my channel big time, and I've been helping him out with programming as he gets into powerlifting as well. And I have to say he's a very cool and genuine guy in person. Like I said earlier, the depth on these squats is not great. It's definitely not how deep I'm gonna squat in the IPF meet, because the IPF meet of course is extremely strict. So this is only, as I said, because of the squat rack that I had to cut it short. But anyways, it still is a very big PR for me to be able to pause squat 520 pounds, and to be able to pause squat later on. I did a back off set of 500 for 2, and that felt very good. That felt very smooth. So overall, I'm feeling just great now going into my next workout. I'm extremely optimistic. As I said, this workout felt just way better than I anticipated. And this brings up an interesting point that I was thinking to myself afterwards, and that's the fact that maybe it felt a lot better because I was working out with like-minded individuals and just had people around me encouraging me. And that's something that I've never really thought about before because I always work out alone, and it's just what I've always done. I've always trained on my own schedule, and I like the flexibility in doing that. But it really was interesting, the fact that this just went way better than expected. So maybe an ideal situation for me is training with other people. As you guys know, promoting raw powerlifting is one of the main goals of my channel. So that's why I strongly recommend that you subscribe to Chelsea's channel if you haven't already, so that encourages more women to get into the sport, which personally I think would be a great thing. I've actually talked to Jason Blaha about this topic, about the fact that when I go to local meets now, I've noticed that a lot more females are getting into the sport. So I think there is a lot of progress being made, and it's great to see.
Squat 600 today? Yeah. Like ain't nothing?
Whatever. Come out and you done race?
I mentioned earlier in this video that this was all after FitCon, after the whole event, and I want to say that that was a great experience for me. I really enjoyed being able to meet some of you, and hopefully I really want to do some more of these events in the future. A one-on-one conversation where it just has a different impact on me, and it's very interesting for me to see the diversity of people watching my videos. And then I notice on the other end of the spectrum, some people are extremely passionate about competition and are as passionate about the details as I am. Also, something that's funny is Van actually gave me some BioGrow. I know that's extremely controversial, but I don't even know if I can use it given IPF rules. So if anybody knows any information on that, let me know. Aside from the squatting, we also did a little bit of deadlifts. We didn't have chalk, so I only did speed pulls with 495 pounds and try to pull as fast as possible, which is a little bit more difficult to do without chalk, but on the plus side, it probably helps a little bit with developing grip strength, so there's always that. Alright guys, that's it. Make sure to like the video, support the channel, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching guys. Peace!